Steve, when you have, I mean, you mentioned this before, but when you have Steph and Klay on the bench there around the guys, do you think it gives them something? I mean, does it make a little bit of a difference just having those guys around?
I think so. I think our young guys are they're learning every day, and Steph and Klay have been leaders on this team for a long time, and so many of our other leaders have moved on, and so they really stand out along with Draymond as the foundation of this team. So to have them here, cheering the guys on, working out around them, being on the practice floor, it's really, I think it's really good for our young guys.
You guys, the last month or so, have had your defense has been, league average, maybe even a little bit of tick above league average. Have you felt that? I mean, I remember the first month it was bottom, but you guys have kind of really stepped it up on that end.
Yeah, defense has been much better. I think, since the early part of the season, we have a much better idea of what we're trying to accomplish. We simplified everything after the first few weeks of the season and just tried to lock in on a few key things, and the guys have done a good job, and I think we've had good individual performances. Draymond is always tremendous on defense, but I think Willie Cauley-Stein has put together some good games. 3 block shots tonight, good rim protection, and guys are just playing hard, playing with a lot of energy, a lot of force, so it's good to see.
Alec mentioned that this win streak coincides with having healthy bodies back, and there's more that you can do in practice. Is it as simple as that, just having the bodies and having that energy?
It definitely helps. It helps to have options, during a game like this where there's a lot of runs, and we can, make a substitution that might make a difference. Whereas before, when we had 8 guys, we were just trying to keep everybody, healthy enough and fresh enough to give us the minutes we needed. So we have more options now, and I think guys are feeling more comfortable with one another too. They're starting to get to know each other and understand each other's tendencies, and so it's a good thing.
I know every game's kind of one of 82, but you have the Christmas game coming up. Is this kind of a good time for you guys to kind of get a boost, a rhythm as you head into this kind of showcase game for your guys who, you're used to it, but a lot of these guys aren't used to the stage you'll be on?
Yeah, it's I mean, we need this regardless of, what's coming next. We just needed to win a couple of games in a row just to get a little momentum and feel good. But Christmas is always a special day to play on. That everybody's watching, and it's got a different vibe, a different feel. And our players will be really excited, and it'll be good to go into that game with a little momentum.
How different is it preparing for Houston with the guys you have now versus having, Klay, Steph, KD? No, I mean, your prep work, I mean, how does it change?
Well, all of the guys that we used to put on James Harden are no longer there to put on James Harden. So we'll have to try some new guys on him. We've seen them already earlier in the season, and so we know what they're about. Westbrook's now playing a lot better now that he's comfortable with the group. So they seem to be hitting their stride. So we know it's going to be a tough game, but it'll be fun, a fun challenge, and our guys are looking forward to it.